Hello everyone, I'm Ivan from Animated Exposure and welcome to my channel. Artists around the world use various Adobe products to create everything from the icons you see on a website or movies you watch in a theater. We all know about Photoshop, but can we name all the Adobe products shown here? To make it more confusing in each category, Adobe has several products which may seem like they all do the same thing. That's the reason a question like this. Adobe makes so many software that it can be quite overwhelming for a professional to understand what each one is used for, so I made this video to quickly give you an overview of all the Adobe products, as I couldn't find a similar guide anywhere else, not even on Adobe's website. So let's start with Adobe Photoshop, which is a software you want if you need to manipulate photos professionally. But that is pretty self-explanatory, as it is so famous that the word Photoshop is now considered a verb of English language. Photoshop is a versatile tool which is great for making posters, advertisements, wallpapers and digital artwork. Artists use it to draw, sketch and even paint digitally. Photographers use it to enhance and retouch their photos. Meanwhile, YouTubers use it to make it cringy clickbait thumbnails. Then there is Adobe Illustrator, which will look pretty similar to Photoshop at first glance, as it is used for designing images, but the key difference is how they store the artwork. Photoshop works with restore art, which means all photos are stored as pixels. Illustrator, on the other hand, works with vector art, which means all the artwork is stored as mathematical equations. Restore art will get pixelized when you enlarge it beyond its resolution. However, the vector art can be infinitively enlarged without losing any quality. The disadvantage of vector art is that it cannot be used for anything detailed like photographs. Hence, we have two separate tools for each purpose. Illustrator is great for making icons, logos, posters and graphics, which can be used in other projects. Next is Adobe InDesign, which is a publishing software that excels their projects which require multiple layouts, magazines, newspapers, presentations and books. It is good for arranging a large amount of text and photos into a nice layouts which can then be directly handed for printing. Making a magazine is a tough job which require collaboration of several professionals from various fields including editors, writers, photographers and designers. So to help them collaborate, there is Adobe InCopy, which is a text editor that allows writers to write the text content while designers are simultaneously working on the graphics of the same document in InDesign. This significantly improves the efficiency as several people can work on the same project at the same time, plus making it possible for managing to maintain their rapid schedule. Next is Adobe Lightroom, which is a photo editing software similar to Photoshop. However, it is precisely designed for making minor edits like color balance, brightness or contrast a large collection of photos. It doesn't have a pixel level control found in Photoshop, but that makes it far easier to learn. Professional photographers use it in their workflow as a photo management system for efficiently cataloging, organizing and post-processing thousands of photos. Next is Adobe Bridge, which is an easy-to-use visual media manager that allows you to organize, browse and view other media files. Bridge can handle more types of files, and it is more like Universal File Manager, which works together with all other Adobe software, whereas Lightroom specifically designed to suit a photographer's workflow. Next is Adobe Premiere Pro, which is a professional video editing tool used for everything from YouTube videos to blockbuster movies. You can cut, edit, trim a large number of clips, then sequentially arrange them in a layer timeline where you can add various effects to your video. You can also add text transition and audio effects and much more. Speaking of effects, Adobe After Effects is a powerful software for creating all kinds of visual effects. It is basically the Photoshop for videos. It's commonly used for creating animations, motion graphics and other cinematic effects. You can work one video at a time in After Effects, as it is not designed for editing the final sequence of a video. So after you create the visual effects, you need to export it into Premiere Pro to make the final video. Now if you want to render your video, there is Adobe Media Encoder, which is the specialized software for rendering the video you have created in Premiere Pro or After Effects. Typically the original file size can be huge, so it needs to be compressed and converted to a file format and resolution which can be smoothly played in various devices, which may not have powerful processors or tons of RAMs. Next is Adobe Prelude, which is a video editing tool dedicated for rough cutting and organizing a large amount of videos. A movie might have several hours of footage shot with different cameras, so Prelude is used to chop up unnecessary parts, sync various shots and tag the content before it is sent to the main editing team. Audio is important too. There is Adobe Audition, dedicated audio editing software designed to record, edit and mix audio. Next is Adobe Flash Professional, which is a software used to make simple 2D animations, games, applications. If you have been on the internet for a while, you may have come across some sites asking you to install Adobe Flash Player to play certain games or videos. Those games were made with Flash. To make it more confusing, there is also a different software called Adobe Flash Builder, which is also used to make games and apps, but this one is more focused in programming and animation. Then there is another software called Adobe Scout, which is just used analyzing performance issues in the game made with Flash. Due to increasing popularity of better technology like HTML5 and BadPress for basically everyone on the internet, Adobe renamed Flash to Adobe Animate and added several new features so that Toy can export your animations in more formats including HTML5. Now there is a cross-platform technology called Adobe Air that allows you to make apps and games within Animate for several operating systems including Android and iOS. Next is Adobe Character Animator, which makes it possible to create 2D animations without having to animate it frame by frame. It uses the webcam to copy your facial expression and majorly make your character imitate you. This saves a lot of time as you don't need to go through the pain of lip-syncing your character manually. Then there is Adobe Dimension, which makes it easy for graphic designers to add 3D models and a 2D image to create photorealistic composites of both elements. This is usually in making products models for advertisements, prototyping and package design. The professional software typically used for 3D modeling are extremely complex and have a steep learning curve, so the idea of Adobe Dimension is to make the basic 3D modeling as simple as Photoshop. Speaking of 3D, Adobe Fuse is another tool for making 3D models. However, this one is specialized in making human models, which you can then export to Photoshop or any other software. It is pretty simple to use, even though you can make highly customized role models by changing their physical attributes, clothes, colors, etc. Then there is Adobe XD, which is user experience and user interface prototyping tool for designing apps. It allows you to make the mock-up of your apps so everyone can see and discuss it before the developers start doing the hard work of coding it. If you want to develop this user interface into website, there is Adobe Dreamweaver, which is a web designing software which lets you visually make websites without having to touch the code, but it also features a powerful code editor which supports numerous programming languages, thus letting you customize the design however you like if you ever use PDF files. You might know Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is the standard piece of software for viewing, printing and signing all kinds of PDF documents. But if you want to make PDF files, you need Adobe Acrobat Pro, which is used to create, edit and manage PDF documents. Adobe solves all the things I mentioned till now and a bundle called Creative Cloud, which is a subscription that costs around $80 a month. Then there is Adobe Stock, where you can buy stock photos, videos and 3D models. But if you want good fonts, you can buy it from Adobe Typekit. If you are done making your creative work, then you can post it to Adobe Behance, which is an online social media platform. Creators around the world share their work for self-promotion. And if you want to promote your work in your own website, there is Adobe Portfolio, which can be used to make basic websites using your photos. If you find all this too complicated and want something simple, then there is Adobe Photoshop Elements and Premiere Pro Elements, which are dumbed down versions of their professional counterparts. But if you want something more similar, then there is Adobe Spark, which is free online graphic designing app that can do basic stuffs like adding text to photo or making simple videos using your photos. If you want to develop web applications, there is Adobe CodeFusion, which is a programming language created over 2 decades ago, along with its development platform, but it is sadly declaring popularity. But it doesn't end there. We only talked about desktop apps used for creative purposes. But if you are more to marketing, analysis or management, then there is Adobe Experience Cloud, which has its own set of sub-products, everything for social media campaigns, to managing to when to show ads on TV channels and several softwares we discussed till now. Have their smartphone counterparts like Adobe Photoshop Express, Adobe Premiere Clip, Adobe Illustrator Draw or Adobe Lightroom for mobile. And we are not talking about the software Adobe makes for businesses like Adobe RoboHelp, which is used to create and manage large knowledge bases like the ones you find in the help pages. In some websites or Adobe Presenter used to make interactive slideshows, or Adobe Captivate, which is used for creating e-learning process, or Adobe FrameMaker, which is used for writing a large technical documents. There are countless Adobe software which have been recently discontinued, like Adobe SpeedGrade, which is a video color correction software, or Adobe Story Plus, which is a screenwriting tool for movie scripts, or Adobe Muse, which is a website builder, or Adobe Fireworks, which is a graphic designing tool for web page designers. There is a lot of Adobe products for one video, so as you can see, it requires a lot of hard work to make a quality video. I don't have that much of subscribers, so if you enjoyed watching this video, want more such videos, consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching.